Taking a look at the Gordon Memorial Monument. This is part of the Batgirl side stories.
What's a gal like you doing in a place like this?
Same as you. Visiting an old friend.
I keep waiting for him to step down and, I don't know, give some inspiring speech. Tell us to get back to work. Jesus, Jim. You would have hated this. They put you on an actual damn pedestal.
Maybe he'd understand. He always said people needed symbols. Something to believe in.
Yeah, but we both know he meant you bats. Not him. Except with the squared up jawline and better glasses.
They changed his face?
Yeah, it's hard to tell from here, but it looks nothing like him. Wish we had him back.
Yeah. Me too.
See you later, Jim. Batgirl.
He looks just like I remember.
That begs the question. Are you starting to forget, or does Montoya have a different view of him? Anyway, a very touching moment of Batgirl visiting the memorial of her father. Little Babs side story here back at the Belfry that we can check out.
I don't give a shit about the...
This is morbid.
A crime scene? Cool. But what about your photographic memory?
Cold case. When I wasn't there, it helps to see it laid out.
The detail is incredible. Commissioner Gordon?
Detective Gordon, at the time.
You made it look just like his statue.
Now that we know about the court, I thought I might be able to close a few of his unsolved cases.
Solid thinking. Oh, I'll help.
I'm good. I'll let you know if I find anything.
It's fine. Two heads are better than one.
I'm sorry. I'd like to do this myself.
Sure. Let me know if you need anything.
Jason peeking in there at the end. And it looks like we can roll right into another here at the Belfry where we get to
Do
examine.
you know where Bruce kept the key?
Does the statue of my dad look like him?
No. Finally. Somebody else around here who's angry. Bruce is dead. The Court of Owls is real. The League of Shadows is running around Gotham. And you're all trying to pretend everything's normal.
This isn't just about the League. Or the court. I can't remember Dad's face. Every time I think of him, he just looks like that stupid statue.
And?
And I have a photographic memory. Where I used to. How can I be Batgirl? Solve crime, fight bad guys. If I can't trust my own brain.
You stay angry. And you aim that anger square at every wrong in the world. At least that's what I do. But then...
Thanks, Jason.
no problem. Batgirl.
Truly a painful moment when you begin to forget even the most basic features of past loved ones.
Listen, if you were worried about your dad, I wanted you to know he wasn't covering for the Court of Owls.
He solved some of these cases.
Quite a few of them. He was fighting the court even if he didn't know they were.
Should have known that. I just thought... maybe I didn't know him as well as I thought I did.
You needed proof. Just like Bruce would have.
Should have found it earlier. I was Oracle. I had access to every computer system in Gotham. How could I have missed something as big as the court?
You mean, how could you have missed an evil secret society that's kept itself hidden from everyone, including your dad and Batman, for literal centuries?
That sounds like something Dick would say.
Thanks. So, now can I help with the murder dollhouse?
Sure.
Yes!
Well, we finally get to see a little bit of making amends between Tim and Babs as she begins to come to terms with where her anger actually lies. And we're joining Babs, aka Batgirl, once more at her father's memorial.
Gotham has called. And I have answered. And I will never abandon her. And I won't forget.
Truly showing Barbara's story in accepting her memories of her father, wanting to remember him as the way she sees him in her heart rather than necessarily how he was seen by everyone else. And thus, as she said, she takes up that mantle to protect her city. Come in as Jason, looking like he's wanting to play some video games along with us.
We're way overdue for a rematch, Mr. Todd.
Whoa. You got the Horror Classics expansion pack.
How could I turn down scares and beats?
Let's do this.
New challenger! Next level, Pit of Despair! Get ready!
Whoa.
Dance! You're a monster! Let loose with your killer moves! Uh-oh! You're falling behind!
Jason? Are you okay? The Lazarus pit?
Yeah. It's stupid. I'll be fine.
It's not stupid. You died. It's okay to not be okay with that. Know what? I'm hungry. I'll get some takeout from Big Billy Burger. You want your usual? One bacon ultra belly combo coming up. I'll be right back.
Hey. Thanks, Babs.
A true struggle to return to normal for Jason when anything but is what you are. But who's to say what normal is? And we look like we roll right into a session at the training dummy.
These loads are pretty hot. Are you sure the velocity isn't too high?
It'll be fine. Besides, it's not like I'll be shooting anyone who doesn't deserve it.
You're at the upper safety limit. That doesn't leave you a lot of margin for error.
You've seen the body armor criminals wear. Can't afford to play nice in an arms race.
Not all our enemies wear armor.
Uh-huh.
If you believe these rounds are safe, then prove it. Shoot me.
Fine. Maybe they are a little hot. Why don't you crunch your numbers and tell me what the best load should be?
Great. Oh, while we're at it, we should look at polymer volume and composition.
The decreased velocity will impact expansion, but if we tweak the gel compound, we can make up for it.
Huh?
Jason learning to control rather than just apply force, especially when coming to terms and interacting with his new team, aka Tim Drake. And Jason visits Batman's memorial.
That is some wild shit. I knew you'd been in it, but damn, Alfred.
After my last tour, I chose to come to Gotham. That path led me to a life I'd never imagined.
Tech-powered street gangs, secret societies, heroes in capes. Sounds so ridiculous when you say it out loud.
I thought I was done with war. All I did was trade one for another. The combatants change. The battlefronts shift. But the costs still add up.
Yeah. We both have the scars to show for it.
Bruce blamed himself for your death, and for the darkness that followed. But even in the worst of times, we saw that you had the potential to emerge as a better man.
Some days I barely feel human. Let alone a better man.
He believed in you, and was proud of how far you'd come. Especially after everything you've been through.
A touching moment between Jason and Alfred.
Looks like we stopped freezing in the nick of time.
Jason always
I don't think
concerned
we could've
that
taken much more.
he'll go darker than be of surface, but those around him know he's doing much better than he gives himself credit for. Looks like we're joining Jason Todd here in the kitchen of the Belfry.
Check it, Tim. I'm opening this can, and everyone isn't covered with tomatoes.
Ha ha. It wasn't my fault.
Hey, the sauce still turned out great.
Yeah, we all ate it.
Jason, chop chop. Someone needs to get on those onions.
You can't have a sauce without onions.
Arguable.
Sure. But it's gonna need a little kick. I've got an idea. You'll love it.
And extra garlic, please.
Now you're talking.
Just that simple act of being included in cooking dinner, showing him that he's not just a member of the team, but a member of the family. I think that's all he really wanted at this point.
We almost had him back.
We get to join Tim here, checking out the wheel of the Bat Cycle.
Hand me that coolant.
Did it hurt, Jason?
When I fell from heaven?
When you came back to life, did the Lazarus pit hurt?
It changed me. Hey, Lazarus isn't gonna bring Bruce back, Tim.
Who's to say he doesn't want us to try?
Okay. Bruce isn't this bike. You can't just change everything out and expect things to work like they did.
Then what am I supposed to do?
Try grieving.
We see Tim learning that he needs to grieve as opposed to drowning himself in fixing things.
Please tell me I didn't see you trying to figure out how that weather machine was made.
Of course not. You noticed the temperature drop, huh?
Tim, it's
Tim's gonna
freezing in here.
check a
Freezing.
game of chess.
This is it. Alfred's playing right into Robin's trap.
Mate in two.
Wait, how'd you...
An old way. It's how Alfred wins.
Teach me?
Robin must discover his own way to win.
Robin thinks that sounds way harder.
Fen wonders why everyone started talking in third person. But it's an excellent point that often
It's not like
people
to
get
back on a deal.
obsessed with seeing how someone else perfects their craft and wants to replicate it rather than learning that they have to find their own way. But looks like we have another chess set.
You hiding things from us, Drake?
Maybe it's drugs. Or plutonium. I mean, he is a teenager.
A chess set.
That looks familiar. Aren't those Bruce's?
Yep, custom made. The knights even have bat ears.
Would you look at that? They do have bat ears.
I got them from Wayne Manor. I know it's dangerous, but I was careful and no one saw me.
That's a big risk for a chess set.
Everything we salvaged from the manor belonged to Batman. I thought we could use a bit more Bruce.
We're gonna want to keep an eye on this sector. Let's step up patrols.
Tim brings up an excellent point that while it is important to keep up Batman's legacy, they shouldn't forget about Bruce's either. While he was just a man outside of the cape and cowl, he still did great things.